Hello and welcome to the Diana Falzone Show here on Paltalk. I hope all of you are having a fantastic day. Now, sitting next to me is quite a, I would say, multifaceted, talented man who really has an entrepreneurial spirit, Anthony Marino.
Hi, how are you?
What's interesting about what you've done is you were always behind the camera, really. You started all these projects. So tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
I'm actually an underground kind of guy. I get involved in the underground scene. I feel that's like the start of anything that's going to become mainstream. Always starts out, in a small niche. So my whole life, going from, I started off in New York in '92. I started doing commercials. I got involved with a great production company, independent artist, and we did huge budget commercials, music videos. I fell in love with it. I was a production assistant, then I moved to production manager.
PA. Everybody
starts off
ever starts a PA. Pretty much that means you run around like crazy, you work long hours, you're having to get the coffee to the laundry. It's like a glorified paid intern in a lot of ways. It's hard work.
Yeah, but I was fortunate. I figured, I love New York. I'm from New Jersey. My family's locally from the area. But I want to move. I want to move to LA. But I figured Miami was the best bet. So I got involved in the underground radio station in '94. And we broadcast with an FCC license.
Really?
Right on the beach. Right in South Beach.
That's a nice little location.
Yeah, you can get away with it because I guess Cuba and Haiti broadcast so many, rogue frequencies that the FCC couldn't really pinpoint where we were.
That's actually a name of a band. That should be a name of a band, like Rogue Frequency.
Yeah, well, that's
so we're starting right now.
Starting it right now. Right here in Paltalk. I love it.
Yeah.
And then from there, I mean, it was an incredible experience. I mean, we had 34 DJs. I mean, everybody from Lenny Kravitz to Sting. I mean, we had Bono coming by. We were friends with Jamila, who ran Marlin Studios, and she would always send, like, the artists who were recording at the Marlin recording studio to the station. And I found out one day, reading a newspaper on Lincoln Road, that Barry Diller purchased 13 independent television stations. And he was going to take his home shopping network, put that on cable, and he had these independent stations up. So he was looking to capture the flavor and culture of South Florida. And he was going to flip-flop programming.
And this was in the early 90s?
Well, this was like 95.
Okay.
95. And so for about a year, we actually knocked on their door. They were moving boxes in and bookshelves and all, and desks and all that. And I said, listen, if you guys are looking to capture the flavor and culture of Miami, you got to check out my underground radio show. Like, what's underground radio? They didn't know. They were all from LA, and they were cool. So I called my DJ up and I said, listen, do me a favor. I said, give a shout out to Silver King Broadcasting, because that's what it was at the time, before they switched over to USA and all that. So my DJ did that, and I was in.
What would you like to see in the world of reality television? Because you have your own project going on.
I want real reality.
You want real reality?
I want real reality. Yes, it is. It's very difficult to achieve. And one of the reasons why we've done so well in the realm of reality television with our show, we have a show coming out on Bravo. And, it's been this summer. Well, the special airs this summer. And then we go into full production in August now. And we're going to be shooting till the end of October. And then the season premiere starts in January.
Very exciting.
So, I mean, it is exciting, but I think what we bring to the table, unlike, what they're telling us, and I'm only going by these experts, these very smart, educated, brilliant people who make these hits and make a lot of money for their network. Bravo's doing very well, by the way. They're doing excellent. And they have found something that they've been searching for, apparently, for a long time. Because the problem is with reality TV, there's not really much of a they're not really like close, these people. They take strangers, they put them in a scenario, and then they let it roll, and they take characters. It's character-driven mentality. And, but this is the first show where you actually have 4 siblings, and they're husbands and wives. I'm single, so, But anyway, you take that and you put that into a scenario, and it comes across on camera like nothing else on TV right now, because we are so close, we are so involved in each other's lives. It's like
Is this like the Italian American version of the Kardashians?
It kind of is, but I mean at the same time, like
just no
we're
stage
not
involved, right?
Yeah, I mean and we're lucky too because like if you look at reality TV, they go for more character based than looks. And believe me, I'm the ugliest one in my family, but my sisters are gorgeous. My brother's a handsome guy. There's a handsome Rob from the Italian Job. My sister-in-law Desiree is just beautiful. Because we see sometimes they edit something, they'll show us when they're happy with it, and they'll send me, and they're like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we have looks, we have heart, we have soul. We're gonna make you laugh. We're gonna make you cry. It's gonna be the first reality comedy that is like a dry sense of humor when you look at it, but it's like the Real Tenenbaums. You ever see the Real Tenenbaums? One of my favorite movies of all time. So for me to be involved in a project like this, and to have the producers that we're working with, Kevin Harris, John Earhart, is just remarkable. And we even have fans of Bravo already. Andy Cohen, he's a huge fan. Laura Spots, I mean, and even Eli Lear over in L.A. I mean, they really push for this because they look for they wanted this for so long, and they were searching for like a year and a half, and they've interviewed and filmed like hundreds of families.
So was this something where it was your concept, your idea, and you presented it, or was it they were looking for this family and you guys did the film? It was a timing
issue.
Okay.
Because of my friends in the business. Here's how the whole thing got started. Now, if I can just go through it real quick.
Sure.
My sister, right, beautiful girl, Colette, she's a poor housewife. She's got 6 kids. You never know it.
6 kids?
You're gonna say,
when did she start? Because I'm 28 and a half and I worry about it.
Well, I mean, she started when she was 24.
Yep, see? Behind.
Yeah. But we were all like, when's he going to marry you? The husband,
Oh,
like
really?
my brother-in-law, because they dated since she was like 19.
Oh, okay.
We're like the Italian family, what's going on? He's on the couch because my sister wasn't allowed to sleep over his house.
Right. Well, it was kind of like that expression that a lot of family members use when someone's not moving quick enough. It's like, do it or get off the pot.
Right.
Another
and we don't have to worry about, why buy the cow and get milk for free, because we don't look at my sister like that. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to be right. What's that?
My dad says that term all the time, and I'm like, Dad, stop referring to women as cows. It's not my point. It's not my point.
But where was I? So my sister contacts a friend of mine, Chris Sloan from 2C Media, and says, I'm Anthony Marino's sister, and I want to do a reality show.
Just randomly.
Doesn't tell me, because I mean, I have my friends that I don't waste their time.
Right.
When I have a show, I go to them. I sit down in their office.
And you have a
we
whole
have lunch.
And a Bible
we have
exactly.
We deal with the process of making a television show. And my sister writes him and says, we're this, we're that, and sends him a couple pictures online. And he says, I want to see footage. So my sister contacted me. And I think I was in Florida at the time. It's about a year, 2 years this July. Mm-hmm. And so she goes, you gotta help me out. I need footage. I'm like, for what? And she goes, I want to do a reality show. I'm like, you're not doing a reality show. And like being kind of savvy with television, I did think, wow, she would make a great reality star. I mean, right. You look at Bethany, you look at these people. I mean, she's right up there. I mean, she's got that. She just has that certain thing about her that people just gravitate towards. Right. She's got that disposition. She's beautiful. She's kind. She's sweet. She's done everything right her whole life. Anything she ever wanted, she got. When she was in high school, I want 6 kids. She's got 6 kids. She has the best husband in the world. I mean, she's blessed. And I said to myself, that to me is something that could work because she's kooky, crazy. She's got that mentality, So it wasn't even about us at the time, my other sibling, Nicole, and my brother Vinny. It's all about Colette and the kids and her husband. Because John and Kate plus 8 were getting divorced, and reality TV breaks families up, and we're just different from that. And she goes, I will show the world that I'm just we are so much better and cooler, this and that. I came home, I spent 3 weeks there, and I shot. Mm-hmm. Every waking moment. I was like, cameras in the face.
It's better to have your brother there than strangers.
Well, that's why it worked, because I think if it was a stranger that they brought in, they wouldn't have the same way. And with the production company, the first production company we were with said, it's amazing how everyone just is so natural in front of the camera. It was because I was shooting.
Right.
I was like, say that again. What are you, nuts? Do you really mean that? Like, I was getting involved in the show.
Exactly how to pull that out of you. And I think for anyone that has even been filmed, for any kind of project, whether you're in college or beyond or whatever, it is an awkward thing. People immediately change their
They do.
personalities.
Totally.
They become different.
I'm different right now.
You know, yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a little bit more of that third feeling like someone's watching you from a different lens. So having a family member film you is almost like a home video.
Yeah, totally. And it's what it was. It's like the Taj Mahal of home videos because I made it look beautiful. And I figured, we're not going to get any substance. Just let Chris see what this family looks like, and then let him make a determination. Well, I sent him the DVD,
which is a sizzle reel for those, right?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it was like a 10-minute. It was like a 10-minute, like just
promo,
like promo of like these montage sequence of like them interacting and then I put some music behind it. I just made it really, really nice, and it was beautiful. Yeah. I did like a whole thing at the beginning. She locked her kid Anthony in the car, and she was bringing groceries out. This is an LBI down the shore, and the kid's in the car, and he's locked in there, and she's panicking, and she's trying to say, Anthony, push the button. He's 1.5 years old. Push the button. And he's like looking around, and she's kissing him through the glass, and I made it real slow motion. I had music behind it. It was beautiful. It gave me chills after I did it. But they loved it, and they said, listen, we need to have substance. Call this company in New York. It was Superfine Films, and we talked to them. They're just a really niche, small production company.
I know Superfine.
Yeah.
I think I've met some of those guys.
Yeah, cool. Stephen Miller, David Larry, they're nice guys, but they're just too small. Because I wanted to do the first reality soap. Soaps are dying breed. They're getting thrown off TV now.
I know, and people are up in arms about it.
Yeah, so I figured, reality TV, if you look at England, all right, if you look at London, and whatever happens there comes here, starting with the Beatles on down. Reality TV now surpassed scripted television in England. What's going to happen here? It's inevitable. It's the way it is. So I figured, let's do a soap. So they weren't really able to handle that, and it was an unfortunate thing, but, they're a good bunch of guys. So a friend of mine says, listen, there's a mandate from Bravo that Pink Sneakers is doing. They're people that did Hogan Knows Best, and they also, I'll give them a plug, they have a show coming out on Bravo. It's called Most Always with Dallas, which is a pretty cool, I guess, thing. They're trying to get Texas involved in the whole reality realm. But I sent them, by that time I had stuff on YouTube, and I sent Jennifer Dubasek, head of development, clips. And, I actually sent her an email. I said, a friend of mine told me that you guys are looking for a family reality show. And I said, we're from New Jersey, and that was the red flag. No more Jersey shows.
Right.
Jerseylicious, Jersey Shore, they're all Jerseyed out.
I know. Well, it's not a good example of Jersey,
it's not.
might I
it's
say.
Not. They were looking at Napa Valley. They were looking at California. I mean, up and down. Like, they're looking for, like, that nice family with the business that they argue. They look at people who have a water park. Yeah, but then you can
get, like, an OC. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well.
I think Jersey hasn't been represented quite well yet, so
not yet.
You'll bring that to
But
the
it's
table.
going to be, because when I sent them the link to my YouTube, I said, well, listen, if all those other families fall through, I said, this family from New Jersey ready to go, and I sent her the link. And then 5 minutes later, we need to talk. Amazing. I love it. And I was on the phone with her for 4 hours.
Wow. Okay. So that's
And they were out a week later, and like they had contracts and this and that. And,
wow.
I'm like, wait, whoa. We've already been down this road once with Superfine. Let's figure this out. But we checked him out. We have a great attorney, Lloyd Rennick in Philadelphia, and he's very savvy with what's going on. And he said, it's legit, man. These people love you. But the whole thing was trying to sell Bravo. They said, let us handle that. So then they came out again, and they shot for like 3 days. They made a sizzle reel.
Wow.
With the footage I had, with the footage they shot, and they told us to get all dressed up. And, I mean, we do have a kind of bling factor. I mean, my sisters have beautiful homes. I mean, I live in a condo in Philly, but it's a great area. But my sister's home is like, built in 1867. It's on the Delaware River.
Oh, wow.
It's a big, huge mansion. I mean, it films great. It really is amazing.
We only have a minute left, so, just to give a little bit of information, we can say that the name of the show is Thicker Than Water.
Well, right now, Thicker Than Water. I mean,
the working title.
The working title, but we are airing the 23rd of August on Bravo, and look for us. It's going to be amazing. It's
very exciting, and I think it's bringing back good old-fashioned family values that I think our country needs.
It is, but I mean, you will have a chair fly through the window too. I mean, there's not, but then we're all eating 5 minutes later. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, that is the way it is in a lot of families.
It's unbreakable.
You at least need, sometimes you need like a table flipped. No, Teresa, stop with that.
No.
Or a chair thrown. But thank you, Anthony Marino, for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's
Best
more than
of
an
luck.
honor and a pleasure to be